Now we made another stop, west side. This hotel is always kind of interesting, but it's not stone, it's just cast concrete. But then we go over here to see what the wealthy need to do with their money. They're making a island here on the west side, these sort of like containers into which they're putting soil and vegetation, and eventually, ooh, there goes a cormorant just landing. See him over there? Boom. Eventually you'll be able to walk out there and enjoy yourself. Of course, they have to put parkland here because they've developed so much housing for themselves over in this zone, but there is no open space, so this is a solution. The same guy who brought you the High Line, which is hardly a park, it's more like a congested something, I don't know what you call it, had Barry Diller is building this. So welcome to the future. I'm sure you'll all get a chance to visit this strange vision for open space in New York. I do note on this tall building here, this hotel, that as you go up one side edge of it is actually looks like brick. It's probably modular, but I didn't want to look at that. I just came around this little edge here, and lo and behold, brand new, fresh cut, just like one of your Christmas trees. Would you like a fresh cut? What do we got here? You should know this by now. If you don't, you'll be very disappointed. A lovely pink granite. Very similar to Columbia. And now we know that this is maybe quarried in Massachusetts or Connecticut. There you go, pink granite. Potassium feldspar, quartz, and mica. I don't think I pointed out that this is just a long granite bench, which I guess will have great meaning once they're done with the Teacup Park. So I thought I should stop at Rocky Center. That's one of the main towers of the original project. And I mentioned when we looked at the Interchurch Center that Rockefellers use limestone, and here you see it. And then if we go over this way, we can see the next generation. So Rockefeller Center is really the project of John Rockefeller Jr. And here are his sons, David, Nelson, and Lawrence, modernists, all on 6th Avenue, which they got renamed Avenue of the Americas in tribute to all of their multiple holdings in Venezuela, Argentina, Brazil, I'm sure everywhere. Anywhere there was oil. And then swinging around to the 30s and Rocky Center. We'll take a look at a few more pieces of the limestone. Just quick. We can see there's some fragments of shells. This rock shows where it was cut. That's what these vertical stripes are, and we've seen that on other rocks. That's where it was cut in the quarry. And then again, an apron of granite. So we're a little bit deeper into the Rocky Center complex. I wanted to get in front there where the Christmas tree always is, but I couldn't. Go pan over again to a little piece of limestone in the sun and get a little closer. And one more time, we can see that this is very finely sorted, all into the same size. Little bits that you can see over here have the structure of a shell right in there. Up here, This little grid-like shape. All of this is bioclastic material. And if we then pull back and look at the lovely brass sprinkler system in sub-basement and the larger apron of this gray granite. And then we see a pattern of deposition in the limestone on the right here. And then as we go up and over, you see some of the Rockefeller Center sculptures or bas-relief. That would be bas-relief painted. You can decide whether you find that appealing. And it's limestone all the way up, which is a measure of the wealth of the Rockefellers at the time that this project was built. Here is that main building of the Rocky Center, all clad in limestone. We come down, this is called the Channel Gardens, and it's all surrounded by the same granite that is the apron, the base of the building. And down in the front there, it says, "Wisdom, knowledge shall be the stability of thy time." Well, doesn't seem like that's true right now, because we're not in a period of a lot of wisdom, and knowledge is not really valued at the highest levels. So up we go into the wild blue yonder. Another one of the towers of the Rockefeller Center, and I just thought everybody likes to see Atlas holding up the world. And then we'll spin around to look at this doorway to St. Patrick's Cathedral, 5th Avenue. Looks like it might be a bronze door. And the stone around the doorway looks to me like a marble. And I'm not sure if the stone adjacent to the doorway, the blocks, if that's not a limestone, but I'm not positive. The base is certainly a granite, and we can come a look closer. See the nice salt and pepper of the granite, which carries over onto the steps, which makes sense. And then our marble right in here. Calcite metamorphosed. And of course, the dark stripes are areas of maybe mud that was deposited at the same time the calcite was deposited. And then when metamorphosed, creates these beautiful patterns. St. Patrick's Cathedral, which is the day after some protests. It's Sunday, and some people, I think, spray painted St. Patty's with some BLM, Black Lives Matter, which, you know, can't really disagree. See St. Patty's coming down, listening. It may be that it's the blocks are marble too. I'm gonna have to go home and check. And then here are the people who are power washing the wall, where it has been tagged with the graffiti from the protest. And then we scroll up and see this amazing black wall of glass that always has great reflection.